Hi, I'm Allison, and I'm a professional organizer. Hi, Allison. So anyway, I actually have a confession that I wanted to make. I realized that I was setting up this nice little pile of guilt here because I didn't want these things anymore, and I didn't know what to do with them. And I suspect a lot of other people struggling with clutter kind of deal with the same thing of, I don't know what to do with this. I feel guilty about letting it go, so I'm just gonna let it sit there. And often you'll end up with like what I did, which is having a nice little pile of guilt that you kind of ignore, but it's still there and you still notice it, and it still does affect your life. So what can you do? Well, with me, knowledge is power. So with this, I didn't feel like trying to rinse this out and wasting a boatload of water on it. But then when I did some research, I found that you can recycle it with some of it and still in there. And actually the residue is really good in the cleaning process. So I'm just gonna recycle that. I learned that vitamins, even with they do have an expiration date, it doesn't really matter. You can't die or get really sick or anything like that. They're just not going to be as potent. So I can hold on to these for a little while. So I can put them back where they came. This is food that I didn't have a chance to make because I was so bloody tired that I didn't have the energy to cook with it. And I'm not exactly sure the recipe I followed to use if I did it correctly. But anyway, this has now gone moldy and bad. So what I am going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to regret opening that up, and then I'm going to compost it. So that's good. And then this is a piece where it is one of those smelly things, and I put it in hoping that my older cat would not pee outside the box, but there is literally nothing really that I can do to get him to stop doing that unless there's specific perfect conditions that very rarely happen. So it sucks because I did pay quite a bit for this, but since it wasn't really working the way it intended, I'm just going to let it go and be grateful that it did work for a little bit of amount of time. And really, with guilt, the best thing that you can do is to, first of all, recognize awareness that you are holding on to certain things because of the emotion of guilt, right? And then what you do is you start addressing it. Okay, what do I feel guilty about in this situation? Because that's gonna help you let go of it more easily. And then you're gonna be able to start setting like a goal, like, I don't want things around me in my life that make me feel guilty because it doesn't make you make smart decisions. Then you can set boundaries, and usually that's arming yourself with knowledge. When you understand what your options are, you can then easily set boundaries and start making smarter decisions to let it go, right? Because you don't want a boatload of guilt. And what I wanted to ask all of you is to share with me in the comments below, what are things that you've been holding on to because you feel guilty? And let's find a way together to help you let go of that item in the most eco-friendly and guilt-free way possible.